This is a few thousand people crossing a bridge together. Luke and Alyssa are members of a youth climate activism group in a city in the heart of Canadian oil country. But over the course of one summer, the events they were helping organize with other groups went from dozens to hundreds to thousands of people in attendance. Two people cannot represent a movement that large, but that did not stop us from asking, what's it like being a teenager in the middle of a global conversation? What can bring out thousands to strike for climate in the heart of oil country?
Really, the confusion comes in so many people telling different narratives, but truly, if you're looking at the science alone, you're really going to see almost one narrative. There isn't too much confusion there.
Luke and Alyssa are members of Edmonton Youth for Climate, which is one of a handful of groups working together across Edmonton to organize around climate action. Organizing that's been going on in one way or another for decades. But their perspective is interesting for a couple of reasons. Right around the time when their generation started becoming aware of the climate crisis, this term entered the public discourse. This idea of climate grief.
Climate grief is basically when you have hopelessness and despair attached to the climate crisis, and it's basically like a feeling of hopelessness that you can't do anything about. It's pretty immobilizing.
I know some people who don't even feel that they can make it to the protests because it's too upsetting to them.
A lot of people don't really have an outlet for it, and it's the sort of thing where it's like, all right, this is a problem, I feel really bad about it, but I don't know what to do about it.
And I think for a lot of people, despair manifests itself in denial.
But what if you could take something immobilizing and, to borrow Luke's word, manifest it as something much bigger?
It really does feel like it's growing, because our first protest was maybe getting out like 200 people was a happy estimate for it, and then this last one was just ginormous.
Like less than 100 people were able to bring out like 4,000 people, and get this, it was in the oil capital of Alberta.
I feel like I didn't really understand the power of protest that I have and all citizens have until really last year when I was starting to organize these protests.
And as the profile of the activist community that they were a part of grew, more people started to take note and organize and march, including some high-profile ones.
And if you think we should be in school instead, then we suggest you take our place in the streets. Or better yet, join us so we can speed up the process.
And so I think when they see all that, eventually it can kind of lead them into like, oh, well, here's some organizations that like put on this event. Oh, we have our own Gretas here. It's not just Greta over there. It's not just her. There's people here who are willing to put in the effort too once Greta leaves. And they'll see that. And I hope that at least a few of those people that see that will become inspired to like join in with these grassroots organizations.
So what do you do after this? We wrapped up with that big question. Where does all of this go once everyone's gone home?
This movement isn't over. That last climate protest wasn't the pinnacle of this. It's going to be continuing to grow in Edmonton. We're going to have more demonstrations to show how much we care about this, and we're going to get more people out. I swear we are. It's going to keep growing. And across the world, it's going to keep growing, because this isn't a fad. This isn't a short-term thing. This is a thing that we know is going to affect our future, and once you've accepted that fact, it's hard to stop caring. And I think that that's how it'll be for people.